Well, Dowse, an afternoon to forget.
Aye, yeah. We knew that wouldn't be. We knew that that the plan was to go a big, strong back five and try to get a two in front of them and try to be hard to break down because the four were conceding a free and have a battle of their players. We knew we never had the front two and all the rest, so thought if we can stay in the game and try to get Loza on and Max on and do a bit, and that was the plan all around, but the plan hasn't worked. Now I've got to take full responsibility. I can blame anything else, I can blame whatever, but we've had a chat in there and I've been trying to praise the players lately, seeing how great they've done for a football club, how far we've come in the last 18 months, but I've certainly took that group of players as far as I can, and that's the honest truth. So it's either our girls, one of them situations have done great. I would never call them as people, but I need to be from the squad, and I've been thinking about that for weeks, and we've been going on trying to do it. Yes, there's 4 people out there. Yes, the plastic pitch, a 16-year-old kid on the bench, we can't fill the bench, all the rest of it, but that had nothing to do with 5 senior players plus a goalkeeper at the back, senior players in front of them, and we've come away from home and scored 2 goals, and it's the other end. The last goal, like you must see, summed it all up, where we get a corner, the kid up top shoves 1 metre feathers out of the way, goes past the other one, hits it, and the lad who's nearly 40 taps it in, and that's, and I've got to have a 16-year-old kid coming on to play with a passion that I want from the side, and I've always had for the last year and a half. But it's been coming, this moment has been coming, to be honest. I'm not daft, I've been very experienced in my job for the last 15 years and know where I am. It's been coming where players are getting found out now as a group, where I don't really need some of them, they don't need me, to be honest. So it's got to have a breaking point, where the breaking point's now, so I need 4, 5, 6 players in there. I do, I want to be thank the whole team, I do, and I like to wish the players all the best because what they've done for the football club. But I'm not daft. If I keep on going, we'll go back to how it was a couple of years ago, so I need to be thankful. That's what I need.
And the thing is, though, Dowse, you actually started okay today.
I know.
And then, unfortunately, it was a goalkeeping error.
Yep.
And what was particularly disappointing was that goal seemed to completely knock the stuffing out of the players.
Because we started on the front foot and well done. I thought it was a soft free kick. The keeper should have saved it, obviously. But there you go. And then everything just went a bit, and we changed the shape and all that. It's Hodgie and Manny, it could have been anybody, but the reason we took them because we knew we couldn't last the 90 minutes because we only had the 3 subs on the bench. So possibly could have done it a few 10 minutes earlier, but we haven't. And listen, I'm here. I'm devastated, and I've got to take everything on the chin, to be honest.
And although you were short today, obviously missing the likes of Tarby and Hyde, if you had your time again, do you think you would have picked a different starting 11, maybe a different formation?
But we kept the same formation for the last 3 games. I've lost. I want to go something different, where, because I thought we're conceding too many goals, I wanted to help the defenders, to be honest, and saying, listen, you're on a plastic pitch where you don't really fancy and all the rest of it. Let's get a big strong back 5 there with Sean sitting in front, and that was the plan. So obviously the plan hasn't worked, so if I had my time again I would have to. Liven up, Lewis had done quite well when he come on, but again we keep on going to Lewis about his end product, because he'll do all this stuff but he's got to score, and that's what lets him down and all that. But he did look lively. Young kid come on and done very, very well as well. But listen, I miss me captain, it is gross, because I haven't got one if he doesn't play. 2 lads who scored goals, we've missed them and all, but that's no excuses. Listen, I've just lost a game 6, which I haven't done for freaking 9 years. I know where I am and all that, I know where the club is, so we need to be thankful. I'll let it take all the stick and websites and things like that, and I think they should put it on me. And the bottom line is that you get the managers up here whacking into the players. I can't do that because I've signed every one of them, and I've tried to do the best I can for them. I really have, and a bit of social media at times, I demand at times, but I really, really have supported the players off the pitch, if you like, and try to help them. And it's come a time now where 1 or 2 of them need to freshen up for me. I need to get rid of them, and they need to get rid of me, and I need to get players in who are going to take the club forward. I can't be more honest, but that's not about the day, because every single player I've got there, including all the subs, I've signed every single one of them, including the players in the stand. And if I've been backed by it or whatever, and I've sworn by them and all that, and I've done that, and it's been kicking in. Everybody's been telling us I need to make changes. Everybody's been telling us we need to revamp it and all that. Just give me another game. So I've come to a conclusion that I've made a few mistakes lately. I've got to get everybody fit and to go Saturday, and so be it. But it's on my head. That's all it is.
Would you say the first half was one of the worst performances
I've ever had as a manager? I've had 2. I've had one against Billericay when we lost 6-0 at Kingstonian. We went on to win the playoffs there, but the first half was the worst display I've ever had as a manager. Again, plastic, so, but I had nothing to do. I hadn't even, we had the experienced side out there as a 5, but as an individual players where I've seen them melt, and I looked at the back five in this panic, and I'm looking at the clock, trying to get the clock to tick, because I'm thinking, oh my God, you got senior players, and you got these blokes who are like supposed to be men. And the worst thing was, we talked about, we said, let's put all these men in. I said to Ian today, I said, like, listen, if we can get in the game for the first 70 minutes, then we might get Loz on to do a bit. Let's see if we can get in the game by doing a massive, strong five who are not going to get beaten in the air. And we had put balls on and won every single header. And we never won. It was a 16-year-old kid who changed the mentality. So if we're not winning headers or not winning challenges, we're a big, strong, experienced back five, and we're all struggling. I looked at me back in the second half, and the ball comes in the box, and he hasn't elbowed him out of the way. He just stood back and had a free header, just like we did at Torquay. And that's my defenders doing that. Is it a crisis? 3-4 games, I wouldn't say a crisis, but if it kept like this, it would turn into one, to be honest, with a group of players and a manager. Obviously, a manager at a minute who cannot motivate that group of players, and a manager at a minute who's picking the wrong team, and a manager at a minute who's feeling sorry for himself with injuries and plastic. I've got to look at myself as well. I've always have done. Everybody's giving us the old sob story, which we've used too much now, about part-time, worst budget, all the rest of it, and all that. I can't get players, but somewhere along the line I've got to do better, because I can't be getting whacked by 6 and letting 350 people, 400 people come and watch that. I'll be honest, I can't do that.
And take us into the dressing room, Dowse, at half-time. You're 5-0 down. What on earth do you say?
Nothing to be expected, but it was like silence, and it's hard because I haven't had to do that many times, and you can't really slag them all up, because I think they know what's coming. Because I said before kick-off, the worst bit is, I said before kick-off, I've been nice to them in team talks in the last couple of weeks and got them all together, and they're telling everybody how everybody sticks together and all that, So beforehand I said, I'm not having none of this crap. We've got to be men, we've got to do this. If you don't want to be here, you go. So I'll give them the game to prove that they want to be here. I give them a game to prove that that's the honest truth. And if you have that, it tells a story and all that, where the young kid again comes on and makes this tackle and misses it and gets booked, and you're thinking, I don't want anybody getting booked, but how about one of my senior midfield players maybe he's trying to make that tackle, and and that's where we are, and stuff like that. So it's so it was very difficult at half time, but it was no ranting raving. We said about we've changed the shape. We said about the plan. The plan which I put out there, again, the plan was to have the biggest, strongest back five ever, not concede, and put the Lozzers and Max on to try, and the young kid to try to get something out of the game. When you're 5-0 down, that plan doesn't work. So never mind the players, have a look at the manager.
And you mentioned really that you've kind of hit a bit of a tipping point, really, in terms of looking at the squad and looking to freshen things up.
Yep.
Do you think that the club and the board will support you doing that?
We'll have any choice, because we'll let it do something or something like that happen, because I know where I am, as a bloke. I'm a very ambitious bloke, but I knew that we've caused a few little miracles in the last year, but we've come to exactly where we are. So if we do it, we'll end up being 2 years ago. And every time I've been backed by a club, I've been succeeded. I hope the board, they've been great, but we need to revamp it, and I think everybody knows that. I think the players know that. I think the board know that as well, or should do. I think the committees will know that. The supporters certainly know that, and as a manager, I know that as well. But let's not take away from how great we have been over the last year and a half. Some have been with me even longer than that when I was at Hampton. But you do come a time where you got to, say, okay, you've done great for me here, but I need to move on from you, and you need to move on from me. We've just come to a point today, and I think it's there for all to see what's happened the last few weeks. We've conceded about 20 goals in 4 or 5 games. We're doing it so that we can defend to save our lives. We haven't got anybody ratting around the midfield. If Puka doesn't do it, nobody does. And up front, if he doesn't score, where we're going to get a goal from? Tops every now and again. So that's exactly where we are,
And in terms of bringing players in, what's the position with Tyreke Johnson at Southampton?
It's very sad. I got a call Sunday morning. Not sad, great for him. Got a call Sunday morning saying that he's going to go to America for a year. So the deal we had for the end of the season, I've had to cancel that. I said I would cancel it for the lads, because I don't want to, get on Southampton. I've got to do what's best for the kid in Southampton. But it has opened a window where they have got 1 or 2 who have been playing at this level at the minute, who I think we can get. I had a winger in yesterday, a forward lad who was signed, if you like, and was signed, but he can't do it because his contract doesn't finish till the 2nd of Jan. Things like that, how you go. So listen, I'm not saying I knew this day was going to come, but we're not daft. We have been trying to do everything we can, and we don't need 1 or 2 players. We need 5 or 6, and some of them need to freshen things up. If it's all done nicely, we'll shake hands and give them hugs and kisses and see how great it's done for this football club, and great it's done for me. But if it don't, that's when I'll become awkward. And if it awkward, we'll get them in every day. And so I don't want any awkward as players. I'm not an awkward bloke. I'm quite straight talking. So if you try to be awkward, I'll be awkward for the best for a football club. But let's be fair. Let's shake them on the hand. Let's get Saturday. Then I've got 2 weeks to do what we want. But obviously I've got to get a team to win on Saturday by hook or crook or whatever we do.
Lovely. Thank you very much for your time, guys.